Hi, you alright guys, it's Denver from the D&B Archive. Welcome back. I'm sorry for the long break, but we're officially back after the sample pack released. Hopefully you've got your free download, and you're happy with it. Let me know any feedback as well. That's really important for me, for once in the future. But yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to be breaking down this dancehall track that I've made. It looks complicated, but I'll break down everything for you. And yeah, let me just play it out quickly for you. I always have to start with bird noises. The general gist of it. The track's nowhere near complete, so this is why I thought it'd be a good time to show you my next steps and break down what I've got so far. So I'll start from the beginning with this pad here, and this is accompanied with some waves from my new sample pack, as you can hear, and some bird noises from Splice, I think. I also have this little piano pad here, and then obviously the piano itself, which is the same as always. This lab piano here, Autograph Grand, a 3. I love this piano so much, and it's completely free, so why not get it? Do you know what I mean? I have the velocity turned quite the way down, and I'm making this up by boosting the gain, just because it gives it a lot of a nicer, like, softer feel, which is more realistic perhaps. What you can also do to make it slightly more realistic is click Alt, if you're on a FL Studio, Alt S, and it automatically creates this strum and velocity change. You can change it here. So I've got that sounds dead nice. I'm gonna chop these bits at the end so it's all maintained in this thing, in this pattern. This then changes to these chords. Here, which is just as 2 saw waves with the unisons boosted and the detune boosted to make it wider and less cheap sounding almost. I'm actually gonna add some noise to it as well, because noise can sound really cool. I have this cut off here as well, so it's not so harsh, and I have an automation for this here, which is pretty much the only automation I've got going on in the track. This ride, which is from my sample pack, is a good way of introducing the drums. Some downshifters. I love using downshifters, they're proper good. Some vocals, which processing is to the minimal. I've got a very harsh EQ. Probably brass out a bit, just because the vocal recording is quite harsh. I've got a soothe on it. Depth of 3.7. This is a really good plugin. It's kind of lazy on my behalf though, but yeah, I've got a reverb on it as well. I've just turned the stereo separation up a little bit. Those are still the only aspects. I've got this kick that comes in. I'm going to bring this and the smile in a bit earlier. So yeah, we've got this endless smile automation, which I've shown in every video. It kind of creates a low cut and a reverb delay kind of effect, so it's like almost like a riser just with effects. This kick pattern that builds up. This is automated using this EQ here, which show you what it does. Just branches out like that. A few rises, vocals repeat. This little lead comes in, which is actually a preset that I've just edited a bit. But I can kind of explain how I made it. Some basic wavetables. Unison I've put at 8 and detuned it slightly to give it a like more solid, wider sound. I've boosted the resonance a bit and turned up the noise, so every time it hits, it gives it like a airy noise effect, which I think sounds really cool. And I've changed it to this little pluck envelope here, which is basically just start something like this, just bring it in, notch it down like this so it just goes straight down. For effects, a lot of distortion. Reverb, some compression, just this equalizer. This is all part of the preset, to be fair. And some basic delay as well. And on the effects, I've added an OTT, as well as this room reverb, another EQ. It looks a bit weird. I'm trying to boost these ones here. A reverb, some saturation as well, which I could probably boost a little bit actually. Let me listen out. Yeah, sounds about right. We've also done a sidechain from the kick. If you don't know how to do that, go on your kick channel, and then you right click on this arrow, like on this one here, and then sidechain to the track. So I've done that. Open up a limiter, go to the compression section, sidechain, go to 1 or whatever it is your kick's on, then just turn the threshold down and the neo up a bit. But yeah, so I've got these chords that open up. So this is the cutoff automation. So I've played it like this. So that's just automating this cutoff here. Sounds quite cool. Gives the track a bit more energy. Along with this respace here, using everything. I've got this mellow and staple wavetable. I use that all the time. This basic mini wavetable. The fine tunes are separated, so 12 down, 12 up, to create the out of phase effect, the wobble reese thing, which everyone does. Do you know what I mean? I got an FM from B as well on the mellophone stable to make it even more unstable. Some effects. We've got an X shape of distortion, just some dimension added, some delay, but very short delay, and this is boosted a lot, which we don't really need actually. But yeah, so we've got that. It just sounds like this, and I've just turned the high end down on this because it's very harsh. Boost the sub a bit because the sub's a bit weak. Sidechained again. Simple drums with a kick, archive kick. automations going. Where is it? It's this one, I think. Just simple. Kicks on 20. I've got that was just automation. Just this EQ here to bring some of these highs out. Got the snare in 21. Just a little boost here to make space for the hi-hats and to make space for everything else. I've just put not a complete low cut, because if you don't really want to remove the fundamental of the snare, because I like the sound of the snare as it is, so I've just taken it down instead of cutting it out fully. I've saturated it quite a lot, and I've got a transient shaper on there. Definitely worth getting a transient shaper of some sort. Boosted the attack a bit to make it a bit sharper, and made it shorter by reducing the sustain. I have this ride from my sample pack. Sounds like that. Just this little hi-hat loop as well, and this little shuffle. This crowd, I have this in quite a few videos. I just use this crowd. Fills out space. Still uses ambiances, more downshifters. It adds a lot, these downshifters do. That's pretty much the job. This pattern, because I've on the respace made it so it slides at a certain amount, so it goes up on. This is what I've done for each first 4 bars of the intro. No, the drop. Sorry, I've got goes like this. Sounds pretty cool. See what it sounds like that. It does sound cool, but that does sound really cool actually. I like it like that. Got a few fillers here as well. That's pretty much the whole tune. As I said, it's not finished. I'll show you what I have on my master as well so far. An OTT, which is compressing quite a lot, I can't lie. I have the lows boosted a bit, which is kind of wrong, but do you know what I mean? I'll just do it anyway, because there's a lot of sub missing in the respace, which I'll probably have to sort out at a later point actually, instead of just making up for it. I've got a brick wall low cut on the whole project, which is just below at 18 Hertz, removing all these muddy frequencies you won't be able to hear in like AirPods or certain speakers, but in headphones like these that I'm wearing right now, there's a certain frequency that you can hear which is just complete mud. I always take it out. Even if you don't notice it, you can feel it a lot of the time. I have span, which is this analyzer. You can see I have this sub here which kind of reaches over the rest of the audio. You can see where you've got certain dips that probably need tending to. This is kind of an even analysis though. This is pretty decent. The highs are going a bit crazy, to be honest. But they're always going to be more apparent, so that's kind of normal. I have on here as well just a saturation knob, only a 0.2, just to give it a bit more colour. This, as I always do, another Pro Q3 with the low cut, which is just affecting the sides to take out any sub to frequencies from there. I also have a limiter which is currently doing nothing, but if I come to the mastering stage, I'll see how many lofts I have. So I'm at -11 right now, which shows something needs to happen realistically in terms of mixing, because this is definitely not properly mixed. Songs like this, Subfocus kind of songs where there's tons of elements, like these chords, the plucks, the basses, all the drums and stuff, it can be very hard to mix. because there's a lot of elements. It's not just a bass and like some atmospheres, you know what I mean? There's a lot going on, a lot of melodic elements that need their own space, which means mixing can be really hard in these situations. So I'll give you a basic rundown of what I'll do next. I'll make sure firstly that everything is subsectioned into its own mixer channel, because this just makes everything so much easier. Okay, now I have everything subsectioned into its own mixer channel. This can seem a bit weird. I'm going to highlight everything by control and dragging over it. And I'm going to bring them all down. Okay. Sounds a bit weird now because I've literally just brought everything down. Right, now I'm going to go through and mix accordingly. So this is very loud. I obviously want it to stand out, but so far it's way too loud. Obviously we've got to have comparisons. There we go. Then I'm going to add this in. These chords. So there's an ambience, so this doesn't have to get out. Let's do the drums. I like a punchy snare, so it helps if the snare's perhaps a bit louder. Sub bass is clearly overtaking everything. This has kind of come out of the mix. I can hear that this is clearly way too loud. It's always good to mix quietly, because you can hear things that really stand out and that don't. Check my span again. This pluck, as we can see on span, has way too much high end. I'll reduce this resonance a bit. Oh, it's being annoying. Now if I look back at it, the span, it's been tamed just a little bit. So we'll look now. We're ranging around -16 LUFS, which is not really where I want to be. I want to be at like -14, -13ish. So I'm going to turn the attack the whole way up on this Pro L. Turn the release the whole way down. These both the whole way down. Go here and they do 1-to-1 ratio. So as soon as we turn up the gain, turns the out knob down as well. So what I'm going to do is move this slightly. Okay, that's cool. I'm hitting -13 or I kind of and my drum boss. But I've left that today. I've just basic leveled everything pretty much to how it needs to be. I think the best advice to give is listen with your ears, not with your eyes. Because if things sound good, then they probably are good. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have more videos out soon. I've been lazy and lacking because I've been working on the sample back and other music. And I've got some releases dropping soon. and that's really exciting. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. I'll play it out for you, and yeah, thank you for watching. See you later.